All right, folks. Hello, welcome to draft number 2. Some pretty powerful cards in this pack. The Elf Berserker seems pretty good. The rare is pretty good. The removal spell is very good. Frostbite is very good. I think I'm gonna go with the black rare. So 2 mana 3/1. Whenever another non-token elf or berserker you control dies, you draw a card and you lose a life. So it comes into play on turn 1. It's good in red black. Red black is berserkers, and black green is elves. So it's good in both of those archetypes, and it's just beats down because it's a 2 mana 3/1, and it's also card advantage. So I think we're gonna go with that. We're passing on Finn, which seems okay. Like this card just doesn't seem busted to me. This one is pretty good. This one is pretty good. This one's pretty good. We're hoping to, I guess depends on whether we end up in black red or black green. We would want either one of those. What do we got here? I mean, there's a Demon Bolt. There's also Basalt Ravager. When it enters the battlefield, it does X damage to any target where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. So that's obviously for the Giants deck, but it can work if you're playing like a bunch of Berserkers. I mean, the worst case scenario, it just pings something. There's also Icebind Pillar. It doesn't really go well with our first pick, but like we saw in the previous draft how busted this card is. We could go with the Giant. I don't know if this card is better than just taking Demon Bolt here. Like Demon Bolt, if we end up in red, we're playing 100%. But this is Flametone Kavu, so we could also end up move over to Giants as well. Then we have the Elf Cleric, but like the difference in power level between this card and this card seems like a little bit too much. Well. Rewarded, we're mono black, don't worry about it, that was the great pick. That was obviously terrible, but I would have rather to take the Giant. But it could have been worse, I guess. We are getting past black card. Honestly, I was reading chat and I didn't realize that my timer was going down pretty quickly, so. Well, we are picking this now. When in Rome, I guess. This card is kind of interesting, though. We'd probably just rather stay open here. Man, this card is so bad. I can't believe he second picked this. Demon Bolt third pick. Okay, yeah, I'm taking this now. Wow, if we had gotten the Giant, we would be in such good shape right here. Just got played by the timer. Yep, that seems like the pick. Wow, it would be Dwarf Berserker, Zombie Berserker. I wonder which one of these is better. I imagine it has to be the 2-drop, right? Also, this land seems pretty good, but there's probably a chance that we wheel these. This one's pretty legit. 2 mana 2/2, and when it dies, if its power was 3 or greater, you create a 2/2 black zombie berserker creature token. Not bad, not bad. So I guess we're going for this. Gonna be playing aggro berserkers. Okay, this equipment seems pretty good with what we got going on here. Seems great with the berserker. Seems great because it gives me a creature. it also boosts my creatures and it gives them trample so I can push through damage. Dwarven Hammer seems great here. Wow. This card has seemed pretty good when I've seen it in action, so I'm surprised that it's going down to 8-2 last pick here. Let's see if we wield something of interest. Not really. Maybe Village Rites? Probably not going to be casting it, but there's like a sacrifice theme going on with red and black. I don't want to take the land because like I'm obviously going to be in red and black. Like both colors seem pretty open, so I'm obviously going to be in either one of these colors. So I'm not going to like be splashing for the other thing. This is an elf cleric, should be fine in the elf deck, but we're not doing the elf thing here. Also, Icebound Pillar went all the way around, so nobody's drafting snow, or somebody's gonna get super rewarded. 4 mana 3/2 when enters the battlefield, destroy that creature in a place that was dealt damage this turn. I think I'm taking this. I ordered everything from the 3 riot list you posted recently. I'm hyped. That's awesome, MOC version. Yeah, that's sweet. I don't think, even if I open like a bomb white rare, I don't think I'm gonna be like, we are super aggressive, right? So I don't think I'm gonna be doing any splashes of white. Yeah, elves and berserker work with the 3/1. So it's pretty solid in both archetypes. Wow. Bergstrider, like literally nobody's drafting snow. Bergstrider is the nuts. Bergstrider is very good. So literally nobody is. Ooh, land or berserker? I think let's get the land. There's a rare red white saga, which is so good though. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I guess that I would splash with the red white for the red white saga. Yeah, you're right, Pearl. Yeah. This card sucks. So. Man, I can't believe we picked this as the second card. Ugh, such a waste. Anyway. Also, how the hell is this old lady a 3/1? Right? It's just an old lady. How can it attack for 3? Are you telling me that it like this old lady is just as strong as this one right here, who has like a freaking axe and a hammer? Flavor fail. Okay, what did we find? Pretty good removal spell. Was the rare each player mills 4, then you may exile a creature, place Walker card from each graveyard until the turn you may cast spells from among cards exiled with. You may spend mana stuff with mana. That does not seem worth splashing for. This one seems great though. Yep. So let's organize the removal spells here. I guess this is also a creature, so let's keep this over here. So these are my creatures, and these are my spells. No questions asked removal. Mana fixing. Mana fixing seems really strong in this, in such an aggressive deck. For meme deck, we make it that card that gives Death Touch creatures poison 2+, Ornate Queen. We make it happen. Wow, yeah, that actually works out. No, I think I'd rather take the pathway, I think. Fixin seems great for us. And I think I would probably take the reinforcements before I take the way down. I think it's very, very likely for us to will this anyway. And this is pretty like I don't know how easy to enable this is just yet. Like I don't think I'm ready to like pick it so highly. What do we got here? Rune? It's not bad. Zombie Berserker. We're not in the cast 2 spells deck. So it's either this or this. Yeah, Hammer with Rune seems pretty insane. Let's go for the Rune. Whenever you activate the ability, boost the +1/+1 counter on this guy. Do we have any boast? Literally no boast cards. One boast card. Two boast. Okay. This seems not bad. And we can pick the boast guy a little bit more highly. I think that this guy is very likely to wheel. So I'd rather take the uncommon and try to make the uncommon work. Another equipment is not bad when we already have the hammer. But this seems better. If we ever play this on turn 2, it's gonna be such a beating. Helm is more decent than it seems. Yeah, but I think it's likely that it either wheels or we find another one. Again, like it's my first time drafting this kind of archetype, so I like to see like what are the good cards. Like for example, here I don't know if I should be picking this or I should be picking this. My gut tells me that I should be picking the Shackles. What is going to net me more damage on the average? This or this? Probably this. And it makes the village rights a little bit more exciting. I'm not sure at all about that pick, by the way. We do have access to a second village right if we want to. I don't think we're picking the other Funk Disciple. So this seems like a pretty solid card against sweepers. Or like against, like whenever you set up a turn where there's multiple trades. I think I'm gonna be picking this up. Over the 5-drop. Yeah, there's the Berserker. Like it's not a surprise that we find another one here. And we also get this thing. I guess the pop combos very well with the Rider guy. We can go turn 1 pop, turn 2 Rider, however you say that, and then you boast this on 3, and you're swinging with a 3/3 and a 3/1 first strike. Also pop plus hammer. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the pop seems amazing actually. We did wheel the 5-drop. Maybe we don't play it. And we have another Berserker. All the Berserkers. Skull Raid. We're probably not into this, but it sounds like, I guess, a sideboard card. Alright. Alright. This deck doesn't seem awful so far. It would be a lot better if our 4-drop were like a freaking... Instead of this crap, we had the giant 4-drop, right? But okay, we can really do the boast thing if we want to. So now we're like super prioritizing boast cards. Yeah, so if we find like more firewalkers, we should be picking them pretty highly, I guess. 2-pack deck, yeah, I know, kind of, right? Okay, so here we have an actual very important decision. Like, do we want? We have a ton of berserkers, so this is gonna be basically Flametone Kabu. There's no way we pass Flametone Kabu, right? But like literally all of our 2-drops are berserkers. Every single one of our 8 2-drops is a berserker. Yeah, like Basalt Rubber just seems insane here. The helm is cool though. I would definitely like to wield the helm. Damn. All of these are very good. I guess we get another hammer? This is not legendary. We're doing kind of fine in the removal department. And this is a 4-mana removal, so I'm not like super excited about it. But hammer seems to be like exactly what we want to be doing. So I would probably play double hammer here. What here? What here? Another equipment. You create a zombie and a creature has equip 4 is steep. Equip 4 is hella steep. This one seems pretty solid. This is a 3-mana 3/2. I have no snow land, so this is not very good. Yeah, it's either this or this. I've seen this card in play and I have been impressed by it. And we also have two hammers already. Also, like we're probably gonna have, you know, diminishing returns on this. This kind of works good. Yeah, sure, okay. Let's get the hammer, the helm, I guess. Dwarven reinforcements. We're not getting the mob, so it's either reinforcements or 1-drop. 1-drop with boast combos pretty well with the double raider, so I guess I want the 1-drop. Yeah, I think I like the crappy 1-drop. Like it actually seems pretty fine in our deck. Well, here, ooh, we are in the right color, folks. We are in the right colors. Like this card is awesome. It's 3-mana saga. You create a 2/3 berserker token. Whenever a berserker attack is the second one, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So if you have like a couple of like a 1-drop and a 2-drop, you draw 3 on turn 4, and then you make a bunch of mana on the last saga, so you cast all the cards that you drew. Like this is just amazing for us. Cyber Guide against removal, I guess. Okay, we have too many playables. We have way too many playables. We're probably not gonna be playing this. I think we're just gonna have to prioritize here. We're gonna have to choose what we want to do. Like, do we want to be like this kind of deck? Do we want to be this kind of deck? Or do we want to be this kind of deck? We probably have a... I guess How many boasts do we have? We have boast here, we have boast here. We have boast. Okay, we're probably not gonna be doing this. We have boast here. My second drop. We're not gonna be playing it, unfortunately. My second pick, I mean. Smashing success. That's funny. You could trim your top end with your equipment, so you kind of have big plays already. You have a bunch of 2-drops. So yeah, I think our curve is looking. I mean, if you look at this curve, this is like exactly the kind of curve that you want in an aggro deck, right? So we can probably play. We may be able to get away with 16 lands. The fact that I kind of want to play this one, so maybe we should be playing 17 anyway. Black for other card isn't that great in general, even though you'll probably want it against some opponents. You mean this one? Yeah, I could definitely see this being a cyber card. Same with Race of the Draugr. 16 is enough since you don't have 1-drops. I mean, it creates a token for each creature that died this turn. It doesn't say creatures that you control that died this turn. So if you set up a turn where you make a bunch of trade happen, you just get a bunch of 2/2s out of the deal. For us suggesting going down last, this is the things that Limited will do to you, Donnie. You might find yourself in situations that are new. Brand new experiences. We already have 2 races, so like maybe my opponent has some really busted equipment or whatever. I doubt it, but maybe. We get to bluff some swamp action. The fact that we even got the duel that fixes our mana is just absolutely delightful. Yeah, the mobs seem pretty bad. Like they combo with my oof. I guess I'm gonna take way down. I don't know if this is a main deck card, but like we already have this guy. All right. Seems like if we don't have mana issues, we're gonna beat everybody down a lot. That's the feeling that I'm getting. This combat trick also sounds pretty good to me. Particularly with triple, Death Knell, Berserker. Playing a budget constructed deck. Yeah, this draft came out pretty well. I'm not complaining. This draft definitely came up pretty solid. It came out pretty solid, sorry. I think that 3 equipment and a rune seems like a little bit too much. When I cut the way down. Yeah, I could also see cutting the way down for sure. We have 15 creatures, but 3 of our equipments are also pseudo creatures. So that's pretty good. And we play 16 lands. We split by color. So this is a duel. So we have 16 lands. So we probably want. We probably want 7 mountains and 8 swamps. You guys are putting your headset and actually forgot to turn it on. Yeah, it happens. Really don't like this rune. Haste is pretty useless on it, so it's basically only a pump for 2 mana and the cantrip, of course. Yeah, it's a free pump, though, right? It's a free pump, which is the big deal. I'm down for playing something else, honestly. The fact that we have so much equipment, though, like once you put the, if you put the rune on like a hammer or the helm, then like your opponent can basically never tap out in the late game. It's like the fact that this take a lot to equip, maybe it's a reason to cut it. But what do we want to play instead? Do we want to play the helm? Or do we want to play like way down? Probably way down, right? The helm. I mean, this is actually a very good reason to be playing the rune, right? That's the weird thing. Is that like rune on the helm seems pretty busted. Like basically all of your creatures are they just get +2/+1. Whenever they block, you ping them, and they also have haste. Maybe cut the black helm. Yeah, the black helm is like the weirdest one, right? I do understand that it's a 5 mana 4/4, but I think I'd always rather have like a 5 mana 5/1 trample in this deck specifically. The rune does make the Death Nail Berserkers a lot better. That's also true. Okay, so I guess we're going with this. We're going this. I mean, this was kind of a very successful draft, honestly. Even though I went and I completely I completely messed up my second pick somehow. Things turned out very, very well for us anyway. So this is draft number 2 and it's red-black Berserkers. Yeah, if we had had another Demon Bolt like this, yes. Or another Flametongue Cabo. Yeah, Flametongue Cabo turned out to be like insane in our deck. And we could have 2 copies instead of these silly Comas Faithful that we have here. Like our deck still seems pretty good, but like it could have been, like it's probably like an 8 out of 10, and it could have been a 9 out of 10 with a second Flametongue Cabo. I think I would have picked the Cabo, the Ravager, the Assault Ravager, so. I think this deck looks better than my first standard deck. Yeah, it looks pretty good. The fact that we also had like Bloodskin Massacre, like pick 7 or something like that of pack 3 was just mwah. Such a delight. Such a delight. All the rare sagas are very strong. I believe this one might be standard playable. This one looks very, very powerful. I'm not gonna lie. If you have the deck for it, obviously. And the fact that, of course, we get the pathway here makes this so much better. And potentially, I could see it looking good in standard. So our first draft was 2.5 hours. I expect this one to be a lot shorter than that. Skip this. If we find any land whatsoever, we're looking so good here. We're gonna play Frenzied. It's just one bigger power. Like, we're not gonna be double spelling for a while, so. Time to end the meme bucks. Brutal. I think I'm gonna play another dude instead of playing the rune. Because if we miss on the land drop, it's just so bad for us. Particularly, my opponent could have foretold the 1-mana bounce spell. Like, there's so many things, so many ways that things go alright for me. Well, that's very, very powerful now. My opponent didn't want to see me ancestral next turn, so they're like, yep. So we're playing against the blue deck, but I don't know what they're splashing. Like, if we saw like removal spell, like if we saw red or something like that, I might be interested in bringing in stuff like Raise the Draugr. But I think that we just submit as is. Truly was a massacre. Yeah, no kidding, huh? Keep. Okay, blue-green is what my opponent's doing. I think we go 1 drop, 2 drop, and then we run off speed the Death-Knell Berserker. That's pretty good. My opponent is Beholding the Multiverse. Next turn we get to Berserker and we get to put a rune on it. You got it. Are we just jamming into the 3/3? Opponent takes 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 10. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to see if we can set up the hammer. We can just like Berserker and just suit up. I think I'm gonna do that because I feel like we can't not use our mana here. So we come in for 3. Our card is fucked up. Okay, we're flooding a little bit. Almost punted there. I thought that it was an additional cost, but it's just an ETB. Okay, good to know. Oh, they don't have snow. Oh, wow. Okay, they just updecked the snow thing. Okay. Just top deck the saga. Wow, imagine if I top deck the saga here. So Berserker gets in there. I guess I can also like equip here. No, but I kind of want a dwarf. So we're gonna trade for what? We're gonna trade for this thing, I guess. But then they start growing their other stuff. So we have to be careful here. Can make them discard. I think we'll just play another hammer and just pass. That card is messed up. So they revealed and play the island. Am I just sacking this? What we can do is we can start serving with the Berserkers. No, you can only boast once. I feel like I want to do this now. While my opponent has cards in hand. Because the discard is going to expire. Oh, wow. Got him. I think we want to set these up. To make sure that if my opponent like gets in there, we can still attack for a bunch on the next turn. I don't think we can start getting in there though, just yet. This only works when this attacks. This, like, the 1/2 is the one that needs to attack. It's not that any creature can attack, and the 1/2 just does the thing. Also, we can just draw the Bloody Massacre. The Bloodski Massacre. And next turn we draw... how many cards? Next turn we draw what? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Just wheel. You know, like a one-sided wheel. Don't worry about it. Opponent cannot beat the draw. Who's the control deck now? You want to talk about card advantage, opponent? You want to talk about card advantage? Let me show you card advantage. Also, by the way, that was kind of hot. That land was kind of hot. Like the fact that we bolted my opponent and we basically made them discard a real card in the counterspell was kind of a big deal. It cost us nothing. It's literally a land in our deck that taps for mana that casts our spells, and we got to trade it for the counterspell. Like, that's kind of amazing, actually. Running the 2/2 was a missed beat. What do you mean? Well, I'm keeping this hand, I think. Oh, running. Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. We got the combo. Swing. Gotcha. Foretell, you say? So now we get to equip. We get to equip here. And we get to boast. Next turn, we get to Flame Them Kabu. So whatever they play, we just kill it. Unless it's like an X3 or bigger. Or we just use Demonic Gifts. No, it hits creatures. Oh, any target? Oh my god! Okay, this card is busted. You can just face with this thing? Jeez. Okay, I think we play a second Berserker here. And we boast again. Can move these over here. I'm not using the mana anyway. They're down to 9. And like whatever they play, we just blow it. I guess that they can equip this maybe. Or I guess they could have them make two 2/1s. If they have like the make a bunch of dwarves thing, maybe they get us. But like we're going pretty wide here. Sure, that's dead. Yeah, right? Just kill this here. I could have attacked and used Pump Spell, but well, my opponent didn't. They didn't equip the 4 thing. They still take 1 because they block the 3/3. My opponent's just kind of getting owned every step of the way. Unless they have the Wrath or something, I think we're looking pretty good. Yep. Yeah, they didn't crew, but even if they did, I think that we're still fine. Like, that's basically like 1 turn where we don't attack, but then on the following turn we get to attack with everything and the 4/2. So I think that even making my board go wider, even while making my opponents go smaller, seemed pretty good. I kind of like way down here. I imagine like my opponent's also playing aggro deck, so this is gonna be just a 1 mana -3/-3 because like creatures are gonna naturally trade a lot. So I definitely want to make sure that like this seems pretty good, and we can probably cut the rune. We're attacking for 6 after the Wrath. That's true. Wow. One of the other ways you lose is if their fourth icon is a Wrath, and keeping a creature in hand may be good then. I mean, we're still getting the zombies, right? Even if my opponent rats. But I guess I guess we only get 1 of the zombies. We don't get 2. So you may be right. Yeah, for sure. But I don't think my opponent's aggro deck. I don't think my opponent's aggro deck is gonna have. It's gonna have that. I definitely do like the cutting the rune here for the way down, and I think we just submit again. Kind of risky, but let's go. Fearless puppet. Well, can't cast that one. Seems like we're gonna be on the receiving end of the pop. Oh, never mind, we're good. So we can play Berserker. We can foretell Demon Bolt. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But if my opponent doesn't play a land, then playing the Berserker is effectively like a double removal spell. And my opponent went Mountain Mountain. Right? Also, if we play the Berserker that and my opponent kills it, that puts the creature in the yard for way down. I think that the blowout potential is going to be more important. Because like if my opponent, like we attack, we block, they attack, we block, we blow the thing, and then they effectively time walk themselves, right? So I think that the blowout potential is pretty high. And we're gonna play the mountain because this hides what I'm doing a little bit better. It's like, oh, I only have 1 black source. Of course, I'm going to be tapping like this. Like I'm not showing the demon ball. If I play a second swamp and I tap both swamps, it's just like it's the most obvious, the most obvious demon bolt ever. Okay, so what happens here? Do I block and then kill the pop? I effectively cast a time walk, right? Like my opponent spends 3 mana, they don't answer the board, and my Berserker still survives. Seems good. It's effectively casting time walk. We still have the 2/2 in play. That's pretty pog. So we play this guy. Play Helm. Trigger. Make it 3-3. Let's go. Equip on this guy. And now I think we swing back because we're kind of winning the race pretty easily. My opponent can use a removal spell on the Berserker and get in there. I'll take the 1, I think, here. Yeah, it's basically a time walk. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Also, I have so many good spells in hand that I don't want to find myself in a situation where I don't have the time to cast them all. That's kind of awkward. Wait, is this a 5-5 now? Oh my god. We can make it 5-5 here. Just a casual 5-5 menace, don't worry about it. If we find the black source, if we trade, we get to do this thing again. Holy shit. Is there like an all-around pump spell that blows me out here? +2/+1 for 5. +2/+1 for 5. Should I play around it? I guess we can block like this. Yeah, the problem is I don't want to, like, I want to make sure that I don't take lethal, right? And also one of my removal spells is not live until one of my dudes actually dies. So for all of those reasons, I think I want to block. At least I want to block this guy. Like, this is another question. Like, whether I want to block... I mean, I guess I'll take the trade. Yeah, I think we block like this. If my opponent has the +2/+1, then... like, they just trade for this, and we still trade everything. So this seems good. Block this one. But if they have +2/+1, this still trade. Like, my dude is a 5-5, right? Run amok. If they have run amok, I guess this is fine. We just take 4. Yeah, okay. I actually like this better. Yeah, I think you folks are correct. This seems better. What's up, GG? How's it going? They did have the run amok. Okay. I guess I shouldn't have played land, actually. Should I? Yep, shouldn't have played land. So we just kill both things. I have some gas emotes. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Whenever another non-token. Okay, so we're fine. We can serve here. If opponent wants to trade, they don't get their dude back. We're definitely boasting. Nice. Nice. Holy shit, my deck is just busted. My deck is just fucking busted. Wow. This deck is just insane. Just completely throw away pick 2. Just doesn't matter whatsoever. I don't think they realized it was another equipped creature. That's a good point. That might have been what happened. This hand seems not great, but I guess I'm keeping it anyway. How could I think that my hand wasn't great? Like, what's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? How could I ever think that my hand wasn't busted? Troll, 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 troll. They could have the fight spell. The fight spell would be pretty bad for us here. The 4-mana fight spell. Okay, that's not so bad. Well, I think we're swinging. I can't resist to draw 2. Seems better to just Jarl here, right? Because what we can do is we can demonic gifts. Because we kill this regardless, right? We can save the 2/2. Yeah, I guess that this allows my next turn to be even more busted, I guess. So we trade there. This comes back. We can Berserker or we can Foretell. I guess we Berserker. We get to exile this. Or that. Yep, I guess we're killing that dragon. If my opponent attacks, I think I trade with the haste. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. So we can do 1, 2, 3 plus this. We don't have 4 black, which sucks, but opponent doesn't take the bait. So I guess we foretell this. And we have to kill this, because otherwise my opponent's gonna tap with a bunch of mana. Oh, my dude has menace. Whoops. I guess I want to exile this. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So I guess if they have one more land where they get to spin. Sure. Also, I kind of would like to sack this while the getting's good. And my opponent's gonna go down to one. They go down to one card. Yeah, I think I want to do this. Plus play another Berserker. Oh, it's 4. Ugh, shit. I mean, we kind of have to kill this guy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we can... No, we can't attack. Yeah, I really want to sack this. Swing with both. It's a good point. Opponent just takes it. Down to 10. Well, now I do have to kill it. So we're not going to get too much value from this Gold Cairn. Oh no, my opponent has the bad combat trick. I mean, we're racing, right? So this seems fine to me. They could have a removal spell, but if they don't have a removal spell, then we are not presenting lethal next turn. So I think that putting them on the 1 turn clock to find exactly removal, I think that was the better line. My opponent's pretty aggressive over there. Should I do the same thing that I did right now where I'm on the draw so I add the way down? I think I like this. I think I like this. This card is messed up. This card is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's just not okay. Like, I just never ran out of gas. Just never ever ran out of gas. It's so ridiculous. Is that standard power level? Is that actually standard power level? Yeah, this seems fine to me. Okay, that's exactly what I was gonna say. This is an interesting spot because I think I don't want to play the pop on 1. I don't want to play the pop on 1 because I can go turn 1 this, turn 2 this, and then on turn 3 we can play the Avenger plus the pop. So I think we're just gonna do this. And we turn the Berserker into a 3/3. Opponents out there foretelling, living their best life. And we're out here killing them. Okay, that was actually a sick draw, right? Because now I get to Frenzied Raider plus pop. Take 3. I guess I should have played. Should I have played this? No, shouldn't have played that. And opponent backs it in. Back-to-back trophies. Easy. Easy game, easy life. Just don't mind me. Just a clean... The clean 3-0-6-0. The clean sweep, like they call it. The clean sweep, like they call it. 20 minutes for a trophy. Now, this was a little bit longer than that. It was like, this is 10 minutes here. It was 10 minutes here. And... I guess it was 30 minutes for sure. These ones were not closed. Yeah, this deck was ridiculous. And I can't believe we wasted our turn or our second pick. Like, we second picked Tekoma's Faithful by mistake instead of either a Demon Bolt or a Basalt Ravager. And it just didn't matter. Our deck was just completely ridiculous. Now I have to... Alright folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back. I kind of want to do another one. Yeah, let's do another draft. So it's going to be the triple down. So thank you for checking out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.